Welcome to the Slight Edge Network. My name is Matt Balducci, and what we're going to cover today is why you should create a routine in your life. So I get this question all the time in all the interviews that I do, which is, Matt, how do you get so much done in your day? And what I found is that the more routine I can become, the more successful I am. So I'm gonna actually start off by explaining why this is important. So I have a 1-year-old at home, and everything about my son's life is structured, from when he eats to when he sleeps to literally when he uses the bathroom. And the crazy part is, I was talking to my wife the other day and I asked her, why the heck don't people structure out their lives the same way? So what could that look like? So some of the things that I currently do to structure out my life to make my life easier is, one, I meal prep everything. So on Sundays, I prepare every single meal I'm gonna eat for the week. Now I know that sounds crazy to some people because maybe you wanna eat different things every day, and you can 100% do that. But what I found is that when I removed needing to understand what I was gonna eat per meal, I was actually more effective, as well as I eat at the exact same times every single day. So I eat at 9 a.m., 11:30 to 12, at 2 o'clock, and at 3:30 and 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that I am pursuing a journey in fitness here as a bodybuilder. But what I've also found is that eating this way has actually allowed for me not to have to think about anything when it comes to eating and meals and food. And when you take that huge chunk of decision making out of your life becomes that much more effective. So let's take that one step further. Let's say you want to lose weight, or you want to start up a business, you want to create a side hustle. And what you're going to find is that if you don't schedule it out in your life, you won't do it. So when you look at your life, you want to ask yourself 3 things. What is the most important thing that you want to accomplish during that week? What are you most passionate about? And what do you absolutely have to get done by the end of the week? So when you look at those 3 questions, what you're gonna find is that you're gonna actually create a priority list. So in my life, every morning, I obviously have to drop my son off at daycare, or else he's not gonna make it, right? So that's 100% in my schedule, and I like to drop him off between 7 and 7:15. And as long as I get him there by that time, I can make it to my gym by 7:30. Now, I usually start my work day, I run a multi-million-dollar business, so this isn't just something that I do on willy-nilly. I obviously still have to get to work. Now, I do have a little bit of control over those hours, but traditionally I start work between 9 and 9:30. So what I have done is I moved back my day slightly. I used to start at 8 a.m., but I moved it back so I could fit in my fitness journey in there. For some people who maybe don't have that exact control over your hours and you want to work out, what you're gonna have to do is either wake up earlier, or you're gonna have to prep your day where you have your bag of clothes in your car ready to go for when you get out of work, so you can go directly to the gym. Again, when it comes down to routine, habits, and success, if you go to any of the most successful people out there, I guarantee you, one, they have some sort of mechanism that tracks their day, whether it's a book, a planner, or they have Google Calendars, or obviously they might have an assistant that tracks everything they're doing. But if you look at people like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he does the same routine every single day, and that's what makes him successful, right? So again, when you're looking at structure, guys, in your life, you gotta sit down and answer those 3 questions first. Then you need to put together, what will your day look like? Once you put that together, what you're gonna find is you're actually gonna have more free time. I actually found that I have way more time now than I ever have had in my life because I have a specific structure of how I do things every day. What most people do, which is exactly the backwards, is they just wing it. And this is a key component here. If you're out there and you're watching this video and you want to start a business and you want to be an entrepreneur, what you're going to find is that a lot of people think, entrepreneur, I can wing my schedule. Not true at all. The best entrepreneurs in the world actually structure their schedule out better than the top employees in the world. And I found that I'm actually more successful in my businesses when I have a structure and I know exactly what I'm doing for the day. Because what that allows for, guys, is not wasting any time, especially in the different times of my day. The other thing about structuring as well is it allows for you to be focused. And what you're gonna find is when I'm at the gym, I'm not taking emails or phone calls or working. I'm at the gym to get my workout in. And when I'm at work, you better believe that I'm not sitting there lifting weights or running around the office to try and get in shape. I've already completed that. So now I can focus on making a sale or a phone call or do whatever I need to do for the day to run my business. And then after work, I literally in my schedule have family time planned out, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And that's where I pick up my son from daycare, bring him home, and my wife and I shut off all my devices and I hang out with my son. After 7 o'clock, that's what I call my freedom time. And what that is essentially where I now can do whatever I want, whether it's make YouTube content, whether it is if I need a second workout in for the day, or I can just sit around and watch Netflix and watch movies, which I'm a huge movie buff. So now I can actually relax, enjoy my time, and that's because my day has been structured out. Now again, for some of you watching this video, you're probably sitting there wondering, how can I do that? Or you might be laughing or saying, well, you can do that, Matt, that's great, but I'm not going to. I'll tell you right now, if you don't structure out your life, you will never have the success you want. So understand that key component that without structure, you will not be successful. Again, let's go back to the first story I told, which is my 1-year-old son, who has his whole life right now is planned out to the T of when he eats, when he sleeps, when he uses the bathroom, everything. Why do we do that with babies? Because we're trying to help their brains grow, we're trying to get them healthy and their bodies to grow. Why don't we do that as adults? The reason we don't do it as adults is simply because no one's there telling us to do it. So what you might have to do if you suck at this, I have a personal trainer. I actually have a consultant who keeps me accountable in my business. I have my wife, she keeps me accountable with everything else. And what you're gonna find is you need to have those people in your life to keep your structure going if you're not 100% self-disciplined. So that's why I had to hire those individuals, / my wife, I didn't hire her, right? But what I had to do is bring those people into my life to make sure that I was successful in everything in my life. And what I found is that the more structured I became, the better I did. So subscribe below, guys, if you want more materials. Put anything in the comments that you would like me to talk about in the future. Ask any questions you would like. And don't hesitate to go watch my Who I Am video, because that'll tell you a little bit of background on me and why I'm doing this channel. But I'm excited for you guys to learn more about the content. And again, structure your life. Thank you.